Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With, Kirk, dog.
Happy Monday to everyone. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, dog. I'm him, Who You With, Kurt, dog. Hopefully everybody had a great day today. Man, it got up this morning. It was kind of nippy. I was like, man, it's cold outside. But it was still a great day. It don't make a difference if it's rain, sleet, or snow. It's always good. It could be sunshine. It's always a good day. Want to welcome everybody on trying to get this picture right on Instagram because they had that small stream. So want to welcome everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, all the platforms that we're on tonight. First of all, did y'all catch the show last night with Rico Alexandra from Dope Boy to Hope Boy? Man, y'all need to check him out. Doing some great things here in Dallas, and definitely need to check them out. On tonight, we're going to talk about the Trump rallies that happened over the weekend, and also David Clarke, former sheriff David Clarke. We're going to talk about him. He was in the news over the weekend. And how do y'all feel about these states shutting down again? So far, it's a lot of states that are starting to shut down, have different things in place to actually shut them down. So we'll discuss that tonight also as the coronavirus continue to spread quite a bit. So as for the Trump rallies over the weekend, it was rally. Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Radio Chaos is back in the house. What's going on, Radio? Glad to see you back. Hopefully you and your family is doing good and safe. We've been missing you the last couple of weeks, so glad to see you back in the house. And also, before I forget, want to shout out to my boy, Reverend Jerry Smith. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to him. I know I don't do a lot of birthdays on here, but Reverend Jerry, if you know the history of us, he's my big brother, prayer partner, no matter what it is. He's one of those type of guys that would always be there for you. So, big brother, I love you. Enjoy your day. I know your queen is doing the right things today. So, so over the weekend we had all these Trump rallies that took place from the East Coast to the West Coast. We even had some here in the Dallas area. So, with that being said, of course, a lot of them did not wear a mask. And yesterday, here in Dallas, between Dallas and Tarrant County, they almost had 3,000 new cases between the two counties. But people still want to host the rallies at and act like the coronavirus is gone. So now I heard the one in DC, it got a little ruthless. It was some violent that took on after it got night, and different people got into it, which is crazy because you're having a rally for somebody who is really only have what about 60 some days left in office. It's not going to change anything. The people have spoken. We have spoken. We stood up. We voted, and he got to go. Um, I know Trump did acknowledge that, yeah, Biden won, but he also said he's not going to concede to it. That's fine. Still come January 20th, you got to go. Either willingly or unwillingly. So, um, exactly, exactly. It continued to raise issues in America, not only just in America. Eva Donkey, welcome to the show. I apologize last night. I briefly read your comment. I apologize. It was actually a good comment. So please accept my apology. Um, but with the people um, that are doing the rallies, I've seen some people, even Fox News, um, interview people, and they said they felt like it was a Klan's rally. But here it is. This is a person that have talked hate before he got in office, and while he's in office, he continued to do it. Even on his way out, he's speaking hate against other people. Why? Because come January 20, he got to go. He's out of there. Then what's going to happen? You're going to continue to hold the rallies, but for what reason? That's the reason why we have the elections in the first place, for the people can vote who they feel that is best to be in office. And Trump wasn't that person. He wasn't that person. He refused. Okay, first of all, for the ones that are still standing behind him, here it is. He refusing to work with the incoming parties, the next president and vice president team, to tackle the coronavirus. He don't want to work with them. That should get you upset in the first place, because here it is. The man lied to us about it. He didn't take it serious. He still don't take it serious. But he don't even want to work with somebody who is trying to get it under control. That should be enough to piss anybody off. Um, I'm not going to agree with that, because um, Eva Donkey, I don't know if you caught the show. I think you came in late Thursday, but New York Times had on their front page, there was no evidence of fraud. Then on top of that, every tweet Trump put out that's talking about he won, but it was fraud, Twitter flag it and say it's not true. He's the only one, and his followers are the only ones that's believing that there's fraud that happened in the election. And it's not. So at some point, you got to accept the laws and move on. That's the only way that we as American people can move forward. We have to be able to work together. But as long as y'all feel like that this election was stolen from them, which it wasn't, It's always going to be a problem. It would always be a problem. Why? Because y'all holding on to the past. We're trying to move forward and trying to recover from this coronavirus, get it under control, which the White House staff have reported. I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago that American cannot get it under control. And the main reason why, because he still he was holding these rallies without wearing a mask, and everybody in his I won't say everybody, but a lot of people in his camp have ended up getting affected by it. It's 130 Secret Servicemen and women that have actually test positive for the virus. So Secret Service was around him, but still, he's still refusing to wear a mask. So at some point, you have to say, you know what? Maybe there is some truth to the fact that he lost. People are pissed off for the simple fact they lost loved ones, they lost their homes, lost their jobs. So people is upset. And at some point, you have to realize, you know what? Maybe it is some truth that Trump is not the best leader. He's already been voted out. All the protests don't make sense. It's not going to change anything. It won't change a thing. Why? Because the people of America have spoken. We have spoken. We went to the polls and we allowed our voice to be heard. And that's why we say all the time it's important, not just the presidential election, but also you need to vote locally. Also, you have to. You have to vote locally. That's where our laws are changed at. Uh, I guess it is. I guess it is. Because that's the first thing they say. Oh, it was rigged. That's because he started talking about he was going to lose 6 months ago. He started planting that seed in their head, saying that he was gonna end up losing the election because people wasn't they was gonna steal it. So he started planting that seed, and the only one that have who haven't taken this election serious enough or even take the pandemic serious enough is him. He's the only one, and the people that follow him. That's it. So it is a um a big issue. Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to check Facebook. I haven't seen anyone chime in from Facebook yet. Welcome to the show, Miss Risky, in the house on a Monday night. Um, welcome. Um, Trying to see if the chat is working on Facebook. It should be H Thompson 223. Just join on Instagram. You can live chat with us. We are live, so you can live chat with us with the subjects that we are talking about, and tune in. Tune in. But we as a people need to come together, which I know, hell, most of them not going to want to, for the simple fact they don't want to work with nobody. They want to believe exactly what they believe. But in order for us to move forward and be able to um, get over this situation, we have to work together. All these protests, it's not doing anything. They super spreaders. That's all they are. I got an alert earlier on my phone, and once we talk about it later on, we're gonna see. I believe Dallas County have 18 over 1,800 new cases today of the coronavirus. This is just Dallas County. Now, some counties are not giving out their numbers. I don't know why you don't want to do that, because people need to know. The hospitals are almost full here, but people still want to hold rallies, don't want to protect themselves, and it's bad. All because of the clown that is currently in the White House. That's all it is. You want to listen to him, but guess what? You catch the virus, you're not going to get the same treatment that he received. And it's a 50-50 shot. You don't know if you're going to survive or not. So, um, trying to see, what evidence? What evidence do you need, Eva? I'm not sure. You say newspaper, they just don't report both sides of the situation. I'll wait till the evidence is on the table. What evidence are you waiting for? I'm curious. Please explain to us what evidence that you are waiting for. It's a fact. The election is over. This man have said he lost. He said he lost. What more evidence do you need? I want to know, because they done recounting. Matter of fact, in Wisconsin, they saying that the recount could cost Trump campaign about $7.9 million. That's just in Wisconsin. So, what evidence are you do you need to prove that Trump lost? I'm just curious. Um, I'm very curious about that, because the thing is, he know he lost. You know he lost. Please stop just looking at certain news outlets. You got to look at every one of them. Everybody is saying he lost, including Fox News. Um, okay. All right, Evil. Okay, I'll wait until that time. I will wait until that time. But once again, that's no evidence. You got to think about it. The whole campaign, the first time, he kept talking about Hillary in the damn emails. What emails? He kept telling y'all lock her up. Hell, Hillary not in jail. That's the type of mindset or the control that Trump have on a lot of people. He speak hate, he bully people, and then turn around and want to uh, convince everybody else. And once he rile up certain amount of people, they all chime in and think it's true. Trump gonna lead y'all straight to hell. That's all to it. Because he's a thug, he's a bully, he's a liar, which we all know that, and he's giving y'all false hope. Um, so radio said so the votes were fixed against Trump, but the damn ballots votes for the Republican were real. Hey, I'm just saying. H. Thompson gave a thumb up on Instagram. H. Thompson, man, if you come over to YouTube, you can actually uh, interact with the show. You can actually chat live with us. Um, I know you can, because of the way Instagram is set up, you cannot see the full comments that I put up. But if you come over to YouTube, speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog, you will see it on there, and you can actually get the full effect of the show. Um, it's a lot of people on there now chatting, so you could definitely go on and chime in with them. But I don't, I don't, I don't see this election being null, for the simple fact the people have spoken. We have spoken. We said we wanted this fool out of office because he's a liar. He didn't do what he's supposed to do. And there you go. I didn't vote for him the first time and would never vote for him. So Risky said we just got an alert for Denton County in regards to COVID. Share with us what that alert is saying. Um, okay, I'm gonna skip over that one. Skip over that one. Bar has been at the dormant. Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. Just because he there, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean anything at all. Uh, so Risky said, if Democrat read the votes, uh, do you really think we would have chosen Biden for this? Exactly. That's a damn good question. Because hell, we could have put Buzz Bunny up in there and it would have been better than Trump. So Biden would not have been my choice. But we had to go with who was the best one to beat Trump, and Biden was the best candidate that could beat him. Um, so yeah, you should definitely trust me. We would not have chose Biden. We would have chose someone else if the election was rigged. Um, so who are you blaming, Eva? I'm curious. Who are you blaming? Um, you know what? It's funny you say this next comment. There's a guy that someone claimed they actually said he was dead. The guy went on the news or the newspaper or something and said, "Look, I'm 68, 69 or something like that, but I'm not dead." And they talking about he was dead. No, you got to stop believing that BS that Trump is tweeting and saying, because it's fake news. That's real fake news right there. Because he's not. If you haven't learned by now, Trump is going to tell you what you want to hear. That's the key. He tell you what you want to hear because he feel like you will believe it, and y'all will get up in an outrage. But at the end of the day, guess what? January 20, he still gotta go. It's no way he can stay in the White House. He have to go. What if he decide to walk out or be drug out, which I believe he's probably going to be drug out, and he won't be going home. He'll be going straight to prison. So I cannot wait. Now he have a much better chance of going to prison before Hillary did. He started all the rumors by the emails and all of that. So hey, let him go. Let him go to prison. Um, so Risky said Denton County adds record single day COVID-19 case hospitalization Monday along with 4 deaths. Yes. Right now, there's about 16 states that have gone back on lockdown. And I've said back in March or April when they started opening things back up, I said then we're going back on lockdown. They doing it too quick. And because we have a poor ass government that follow everything that Trump say, this is on his watch. That's why we need to make sure we vote him out of office. When his time comes up, Greg Abbott got to go. Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Patson. Oh, and don't forget about Ted Cruz. He got to go too. All of them have to go. So as soon as they come up for re-election, they have to go, because this mess they put us in is crazy. It's really crazy. Okay. Yeah, I blame the clown too up in the White House. I definitely blame him. I do. Radio said, I just got news today. Someone I knew all my life died of COVID. Man, it killed there in 4 days. This is not the flu. That's sorry to hear about your loss. That's crazy. But we have some crazy folks that actually feel like the virus is just the flu. And it's not. It's definitely not the flu. And matter of fact, I was talking to a friend today, and where they work at, someone came into their location and they wanted to talk to them. And as they talked with them, now take it, the person that wanted to talk to them uh, was a Trump supporter. And the person that they asked if they could speak to was not a Trump supporter. So they standing there talking, and the woman talking about, they lied about this mask. So the person said, look, ma'am, in here, you have to wear the mask. We're going to ask you to leave. So with that being said, she like, oh, it's fake. It's fake news. It's all the hosts. They just saying that for the election. And y'all gonna see when Trump win. Now this happened today. When he win what? Because how is he gonna win and he already been voted out? We just waiting for the end of his term. So how is he gonna win? But this woman was adamant that this virus is fake. Trying to tell this person that it's fake, they just making it up for the election. So I'm like, really? And she said, you're gonna see when Trump win. Win what? Because the election is over. Apparently, they're not looking at the right news station. Because if they were, you would see everybody's reporting it's over. Fox predicted before anybody else that Trump was gonna lose. And that's his ex coon boom. So I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. You have to think for yourself and don't just think about what somebody told you. If I tell you something, I hope you go verify it. I hope you do. And if I'm wrong, I will correct it. I will let you know, hey, I made a mistake. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I will correct it. So um that was uh I'm sorry, I thought that was risky. That was actually radio. They said he lost someone that been in his life for all his life and they died 4 days ago. Welcome to the show. Charles on Facebook. Welcome to the show. Um also that's what he's trying to do. If he's probably going to try to come out with another reality show before he go to prison. So Risky said on the latest 335 cases being reported in Denton County Monday, 224 are active, while the remaining 111 cases have already cleared recovery protocol. So that's just in Denton County. And Denton County is a small county compared to Dallas and Tarrant County, which Dallas have reported over 1,800 for the day. You see, The woman even made you laugh too. Even Trump gonna win, a lot of laugh. T Cal, welcome to the house. Said I'm here. Look like good conversation tonight, as always. Um, I'm glad to see you in the house. And radio is back tonight. I know everybody been asking about radio, but he's back in the house tonight. Um, I can't wait for your reaction, Kurt Bud. I got my popcorn and coke. Reaction for what? When Trump go to jail or what? I'm just kind of curious. Technically, it's not. Uh, what exactly? What you mean about that, Charles? He's listening on Facebook, so I'm glad to see that Facebook chat is working. Um, the election was just a trap. A trap for what? Even I'm not. Explain that one to me. T Cal telling radio sorry for his laws. Um, a trap for any of the wicked who would rather win the elections. So I have to read Hills before I put it. So you were doing good until you got to the end of it. That won't show up no way. So, well, they could say it was rigged, but the reality, if it was a way that we all could get up and say who we voted for in person, Trump would still lose. So that's all to it. And the bottom line, Trump have lost this election. I think they said uh yeah, from my understanding, Charles actually said I don't support either party. Just by the letter of the law, it's not over. From what I've seen, I believe they done, and I'm about to verify it. I believe they done all the counting, and everyone pretty much is reporting that it's over. I know Wisconsin actually said it was welcome to the show, NetCal. I want to say Wisconsin said earlier that it will cost 7.9 million to recount the election. It will cost Trump campaign that much to do a recount. So, um, so it's definitely. I'm trying to pull it up now to see if all the states are in. Um, Look like Georgia may still be counting. They had 99%, but it's 290 to 232. And there's no way possible with the 16 electoral votes for that is up for grab. There's no way possible Trump can win them. And there's no way he can win this election. So Georgia is the only state that is still counting at 99%. So with that being said, it's no way possible Trump can actually win. Yeah, technically it's not completely over, but looking at the numbers, it's no way possible he can win. None whatsoever. Um, and I'm like this. Biden is definitely not my first choice, but during this election, I voted for him instead of voting for Trump. And we needed to vote to in this election, we needed to pick the person that was most likely to get Trump out of office, because there's no way we can actually go another 4 years with the mess that we're in now. They're still debating about sending out another relief to families. So um so that's a problem within itself. Um Hold on, let me try to catch up with him. Uh what's up on Periscope? What you mean it's not true? What's not true? Explain that one. Uh okay. That's your opinion. Um okay. So I'm glad you came on, because I would assume just by your comments, you are a Trump supporter, which that's fine. Everybody is welcome on the show, regardless of who you support. Only thing we ask, you are respectful, and uh, everybody have their opinion about it, which that's what I built this platform for. It give you the opportunity to speak your mind with no judgment. Everybody have their own opinion, so and that's cool. Um, uh, yes, I just said that risky. I know I'm behind on it. Georgia is the only one that is still counting, but if Trump got Georgia, that only put him at 248. It's still not 270 to win. And Biden is at 290. So it's absolutely no way Trump could win. Um, exactly. It's not, they said even if they recount it, it's not going to be off by that much. Won't be much at all. Uh, well, here it is again. Trump talked about the mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots been in place for years, and it never been a problem with um, fraud, people mailing in, voting twice, or anything like that. Now with technology, with the systems they use, if you requested a mail-in ballot and then you went to the poll and voted, you cannot vote at the polls, not unless you brought your mail-in ballot in and turned it in to show that you did not send in a mail-in ballot and also came and voted in person. They have a system in place to prevent it. Even during the counting, when they count the votes, it also checking your name. And if your name come up more than once saying that you voted, that vote get kicked out. So as for the mail-in ballots, it's not true. It wasn't no fraud there. Um, so he can stop lying about that and feeding that false information to y'all. Um, so it's definitely not true on that. Um, yeah, yeah, and they waiting for Georgia. They waiting for Georgia, and basically, like I said, they're at 99%. So they should. It may take them another couple of days or so to get finished. Who knows? Um, so no, I didn't. Trump is a big racist. That's why I didn't vote for him. So no, I didn't. Um, so okay, he was saying he's sending code names out. So that's cool. For sure, I just don't support Democrat for the way they do black people. They have. Well, it been enslaved. People on both sides are racist, but it's a new day and time. One thing we're not going to do is stand for it. Trump was a very outspoken racist. Now, we know what Trump is all about. And because we know exactly what he's about, why would we vote him in for another 4 years? So, no. Even Trump made the comment talking about don't forget the way it used to be, or and stuff like that. Don't forget about your history. So, and when he talked about that, he basically talked about the slavery part of it. Well, guess what? It's a different time these days. That won't happen again. Now, so it's a different breed now. It won't happen. So that's why I didn't vote for Trump, because he's a racist. He's a known racist. And just look at his background, even before he got into politics. And he tried to run America like a reality show, but instead it backfired on him. And people got tired of it. See, at the beginning, people was excited because he was this reality um, star running for president. Kind of like who was it? Reagan used to be a Hollywood actor, and people voted for him because of that. So and Trump took advantage of that, but it backfired on him because he didn't have the mindset for it. Because the thing is with him, he came in, he tried to run it just like a reality show the whole time he was here, and he didn't know how to turn that switch on and off. He just ran it like he thought he should, run it into the ground. That's the reason why we stuck in this pandemic right now. For the simple fact, soon as he got in office, one of the first thing he did was fire the team that President Obama put together to prevent a pandemic, and never replaced him, never tried to replace him. But now that Biden is coming in with a team, he don't want to work with them. So because of that, you should be upset because of that. Because here it is, Biden is coming in with a plan to get us out of this, and Trump don't want to work with him. Trump could care less if you drop dead today and died. He wouldn't give a damn. And the thing is, you as a person, you got to open your eyes and realize, you know what? This dude is crazy. At some point, you're gonna realize that. Hopefully, you realize that, because some people may never realize it, but hopefully, at some point, you would realize it. Um, so, da, da, da. No absentee ballots. That was Trump that said he didn't want no absentee ballots. Trump said that. He's the only one that complained about it. Racism is on both sides. Exactly what I said a while ago. It is. It is. Um, and before I go further, what's up? For the ones tuning in on Periscope that just not coming in, welcome y'all to the show. You are listening to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. As you can see, you can live chat with us in the chat room. You can be a part of the show. So definitely keep your chats coming in. Matter of fact, take time out and share it with a friend. Like the page, click the notification for you can know exactly when we come on. Um, da, da, da. Joe Biden created. Okay. Um, Joe have actually said he said he was wrong on some of those laws, and he changed it while he been in office. And to be quite honest with you, it's a lot of people in office that have sent innocent black people to jail. So that's not an argument, but at the same time, as they are found out that they was innocent, well, guess what? Our tax dollars end up having to give them money for it. And just like with Trump, you want to talk about Biden sent innocent black men to jail, but look at Trump. He took out a full page ad about the Central Park Five, calling them, saying they should be crucified, uh, and they come for allegedly beating this woman and raping her, and kind of find out they was innocent, and they spent many years in jail. Not only that, one of them ended up committing suicide because of all the abuse he took while he was in jail. So you want to talk about people sending innocent black folks to jail? Hell, that been going on for many years. Matter of fact, that shit happened right here locally with your local laws, because they see a black person, they plant stuff on them, they end up arresting them, give them bogus charges, and send them to jail. And kind of find out years later, we find out that that was a dirty cop. So it's not just politics, it's also within the police department. Because why? Some of the policemen and some of the judges, they have taken off their white robe and put on a uniform or a robe or black robe. So yeah, that been going on for years. So you cannot just blame Joe Biden for that. But Joe Biden said he made some mistake with some laws back in the days, and that was basically during the crack pandemic, um, getting in the war on drugs and the war on guns, I believe. But he made some laws, and he said he wasn't pleased with it, and he said he worked to get them changed. But I can tell you one thing: Trump won't admit when he's wrong. So yeah, you're right. Um, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. Sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes. Um, Hell, I forgot where I was. Prison Reform Act. Yeah, we working with some people to get that taken care of. Welcome to the show, Recession Proof. Um, okay, like I said, people can change. People can change. Yeah, Joe. Joe is what, 70 some years old. I'm sure he have said some racist stuff in the past and done some racist stuff in the past. But at some point, as time changed, because back then that was the norm. But as time changed, you have to change with that time. And unfortunately, because a lot of people have been taught race their whole life, they don't want to make a change about it. They want to continue to hold on to the racist mentality instead of trying to change them altogether. So yeah, I'm sure Joe have said plenty of racist things and done plenty of racist things. But guess what? He's human. He made a mistake. He made good of him. But at this point, that shouldn't even be an argument. What he did 44 years ago and what he's doing today is what make a difference. But if Joe would have came with the same attitude he had 44 years ago, he would not be the president elect. And that's all to it, because there's no way in hell we will replace one racist for another racist. No way that would have happened. Um, so, Reform Act or not, it was supported on both sides. Yes, it was. It was supported on both sides. Um, Radio said when the media called Alaska for Trump, that was fine. But when they called the states for Biden, the Republicans said the media shouldn't get to project the winner. Joke. Exactly. It, they don't care as long as it's welcome to the show, Fat Cube. Fat Boy Cube joining on Instagram. You can live chat with us in the chat room. But you're exactly right, Radio. When it's for the good of the Republican, they all okay with it. But when it's bad for them, that's when they want to bitch and moan. So that's the way it is. And I'm like this: what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Trump lost. He admitted he lost, but he said he's not going to secede to him. So that's his choice. It's nothing written in law that he have to, but come January 20, he do have to get out. That's without a doubt. He don't have to secede. That's fine. That's his choice. He the one looking like a big kid on the playground, don't want to play because he lost his toy. Oh well, he gotta go. Um, well, like I said, we got a choice. It's nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Um, had a choice to make in this election. Either we deal with a damn fool, a clown that is in the White House currently, or we need to get him out. So we chose to get him out. Welcome to the show. The White Banks is watching on Facebook. You can actually live chat with us in the chat room. Um, so the bottom line is, yeah, Joe, he said some things wrong. I didn't agree with it. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he said. I don't. But at the same time, we had a choice to make. Either we're going to deal with the racist ass fool in office or we're going to get him out. And I chose to get him out. That's where my vote went, to get him out, to help get him out. So yeah. Um, so what about President Obama? And please address it right. President Obama, former President Obama, address it right, please. Um, okay, there you go with those conspiracy. We're gonna start running over that. Uh, Risky said, and Trump was in Putin pocket. That's another thing we need to be concerned about, because Trump finna have a, what is it, 400 million or $1 billion finna come up, and um finna come up here pretty soon. It finna come up due, and we don't know who in the hell he owe it to. Then on top of that, you should have been upset because Trump paid $750 in taxes, where in other countries he paid way more taxes than that. But he say make American great. When in the hell was American great for black folks? We don't have all night to wait for that answer, because y'all will come up with a good excuse. I know y'all would. I'm asleep. Say what? Well, that Trump said, hell, Trump called. Okay, I'm gonna do the roll call. I keep saying I'm not gonna do it. Central Park 5. He took out the newspaper article to get those young men's accused of a crime they did not commit. Okay, Trump been sued many of time, not wanting to have minorities living in his building. So you won't. We could keep going on now. Now Trump also just last year, with one of his supporter passed by on a golf cart talking about white power. Trump praised them and also retweeted that video. Then when he's in the rallies, when he didn't know he had some black supporters, he was telling the white supporter basically to do whatever and he'll pay for them to get out of jail. But then he realized he had some dumb black supporting him, and that's fine. But then again, in Charlottesville, he talking about it's good on both sides instead of just calling out racism. Then just recently during the debate, he told the Proud Boys to stand by, stand down, and stand by. That's more than enough evidence for racism. So we're gonna keep on moving from that. But that's what Trump do. So um okay, Eva, you say so. Um he said he was tired. Let's forget. Who said okay? So I'm gonna hit on this once again. I know this is your first time listening, but you have to realize Vice President elect, she was in a position to prosecute. The question is, why were the people in front of her to be prosecuted? She was doing her job. If you go in front of the prosecutor and if they prosecute you and send you to prison, guess what? You need to ask yourself, what did you do to get in front of them? Are you going to not do your job? So she was doing her job. So that's not an argument. She was doing her job. That's why she's in the position she's in today, for doing her job. Risky said at the end of the day, we as minority aren't taught of aren't thought of until our votes are needed. Exactly, because during elections, what happened is they come to our neighborhood, knock on our doors, and they want to say, "Hey, can I have your vote?" Ooh, my vote for what? Who are you? What are you going to do when you get in office? So you wanted my vote, but the only time you come around is during election time. What are you doing all the other time? So that's what you need to start asking the politician, and that's what Ice Cube was saying. The folks come out and want your votes, but what are they doing for your community? Because most of them, we don't hear from them again until it's election time again. So yeah, um, okay, that don't have shit to do with Joe Biden. That's his son. uh, uh, I don't know. Uh, what does his son have to do with Joe Press? Exactly. Either he will bring up uh, uh, Joe's son all the time, but Joe's son is not the one that's going to be our next president. So that should be a non-factor. That shouldn't even come up anymore. We had this discussion many of times, so that should not be a problem. Um, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to start reading some of y'all comments because some of them getting kind of outrageous. Uh, I don't know about that. What's up? What one thing about it? What's up? One thing we're gonna talk about on this show is truth. If it's not true, if it's a conspiracy theory, I'm gonna pass over your comments. So I don't know if you buddy with Eva or not, but he'll explain to you certain comments. I have a choice to make. We're gonna talk truthful on here. If it's stuff that can be verified, we would definitely talk about it. If it can't be, we're gonna pass right on by it and keep on moving. Um, uh, okay, you did. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. I like I said, Trump, Biden did say that, and he came back and corrected. But see, that's the problem with a lot of folks today. You hear one thing, but that's all you hear. You don't hear the full story. Did you watch the full video? So, and that was the sound bite that came out. But in reality, yeah, it was a poor choice of word. Like I said, I don't agree with everything that Joe and Harris stand for. I don't. But they was the best one to beat Trump. And like I said, we're gonna hold them accountable because if they don't do what they say they're gonna do at the end of 4 years, you're gonna see us talking about they need to go too. So I'm not married to neither one of those politicians. If they not doing what they saying they're gonna do to get in office, they're gonna have to go. That's the reason why a lot of Trump supporters have turned their back on him because he lied about the wall, said Mexico was gonna pay for it. He lied about Hillary going to jail. That ain't happened. Now he's lying, saying that China is gonna pay for the net stimulus package, and that stimulus package ain't came out. It'll be almost a year. Uh, it'll be a year in March since the last stimulus package. Can you imagine how many people have lost their jobs, their cars, their homes? So many people are homeless right now due to the coronavirus that we never should have been in. So, yeah, um, I didn't like the comment, but at the same time, he was the better choice to beat Trump, and he did what most of America wanted to happen, wanted Trump out of office. That's all to it. Um, I don't agree with that. Uh, no, I don't agree with that either. Uh, the White Banks, I seen your comment come up earlier on Facebook. I'm just not getting to it, but he said, "Hell, I believe in segregation." Exactly, we should have it. Radio said if the media is all fake, then get some press and get out there. If you think you could do better, I agree with you on that because you have to. look at different news sources instead of as Eva tell me, go to YouTube and pull up this guy video stuff that he pieced together and think it's the truth. No, I'm not gonna waste my time for stuff like that. Hell no. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna do it for the simple fact. Why would I waste my time to go look at a video somebody put bits and pieces together and expect for me to think it's true? That's time I can't get back. That'd be a waste of time. So nah, I wouldn't do it. You may want to cut your speaker up. I've talked about this twice, so go back and watch the video on YouTube later on. You'll on Periscope. You'll see it. Evidence of what? Of what he's saying? Yeah, you didn't hear me. Charles said mental segregation. Exactly, because we right now with everything that's going on in America with the coronavirus, a lot of people are dealing with mental illness. People that are getting stressed out. You have spousal abuse have gone up. Crimes have gone up quite a bit. So yeah, we need a mental break. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. Welcome, Carolyn, to the show. Been a while since I seen you. But also, while I'm talking about mental segregation, Miss Kincaid should be here on the 17th. So I will get it confirmed tomorrow. She will be on the show, a licensed counselor to be able to deal with mental illness. So it's so much going on right now. We all need it. So definitely tune in then. Uh, okay. No, do your research. That's why I say we only gonna speak the truth on here. Anything I say, you could go and Google it. However you research your stuff, go pull it up. You can find what I'm talking about. Um, Hell, look at Trump tweets. Every tweet he do today, uh, Twitter is flagging it because it's all fake news. But you want to believe somebody like that? Risky said there are video Trump avoiding handshaking with black support. Exactly, it sure is. Plenty of them. Uh, Eva, let me run across the field for this one. When you look at Camilla, what's the first thing you see? Okay, enough said. So we're gonna move on. Yeah, I say it all the time. I know this is your first time on the show listening. I say all the time, we need to take our neighborhoods back over. We need to, because we cannot depend on someone else to come into our community and make it better. We know who the problem is in our neighborhoods. So we are the ones that need to control that. We need to do like we used to do back in the old days. And of course, it's different times, but I know when I was growing up, you did something wrong, you probably got 3 or 4 whoopings before you made it to the house, and then you got another one once you made it to the house. So yeah, we as the community need to take our communities back over, but we also, the selected officials that are there, they also need to provide the resource for it. What if it's making sure our neighborhood had a proper street lights? That's a big thing, because if it's dark on your street, you're gonna have more crimes. Um, Need to make sure we have the police patrolling and not assaulting the neighborhood. So I've been a victim of police racism before, so I know how it works. But at the same time, We as a people need to take a stand and come together and make sure we are policing our own neighborhood. Um, okay, there you go. Risk. It sound like another history facts coming up. Do for yourself and stop waiting for them. I'm not gonna agree with that because at this point, using Flav in anything, we have choices. That's why you have to do your research. Yeah, um, it's bad on both sides. It's Republican and Democrat both. They have some good ones and they have some bad ones. So, um, uh, I don't agree with that. Even um, I don't agree with that either. But that's your choice. That's your choice. Um, I don't know what you're talking about the letters of the day, but okay, that's your choice. TCal said, yeah, but these Trump supporters are not going to give them a chance at all. It's a shame. It is a shame because if you're talking about making America great again, you must work together with all Americans and you must recognize that Black people are Americans also. Instead of you yelling out, go back to Africa, we are Americans. We came here not by choice. Our ancestor came here not by choice. So stop saying that BS because it's not good at all. It make it actually make you look like a fool. So um, Trump history have showed me enough about him. I follow that fool on Twitter, so I see some of the stuff he put out. I seen enough of it. I know what this dude do. He sit up on the toilet all night long, allegedly on the toilet all night long, tweeting and just saying stuff, talking to himself and responding to himself. So I've seen enough that this man have done and he haven't done anything for nobody but himself and his buddies. Um, yeah, they are going to try to make him fail. Okay, that's your choice. Um, that's your choice, but trust me, I've seen enough stuff that Trump have said and done. And when he talked about the election today, matter of fact, I think it was yesterday when he came out and said that Biden won, but it was rigged or he's not going to concede or anything like that. Either way, either way, man up, man up, and stop being a little kid about it, and man up about it. Just accept your loss and go on, lick your wounds and keep going, and get ready for Big Bubble. So he lied in a huge stimulus pack. Exactly. He did. Cause the problem is he talking about when they did the first stimulus package, talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna have this huge stimulus package and it's gonna benefit everybody. Well, what they sent out, that didn't cover a lot of people mortgage and rent. And that's a shame within itself. Um, so I'm trying to catch up on all the message. I see some came in on Facebook, so I'm trying to go down the list. Um, okay, that's your choice. Uh, the news is no fate. Those reporting it have become the opinion. Yeah, because they are the ones that are there. They see what's going on. Um, I agree with you. Kind of like, for instance, Trump do not want to admit how many people in his cabin have actually caught this virus for the simple fact, like I said last week, the White House chief of staff, a couple of weeks before then, he refused to give some reporters an interview because they asked him to put his mask back on. He put it back on and walked off, left him standing there. But then when he got the virus, He said he didn't want it to come out. He didn't want nobody to know about it because it would be headline news. That type of stuff we don't need to do. That's why we're in a predicament today. Yeah, you're right. Uh, I have to read what Eva Donkey say for the simple fact he'll put certain keywords in there, and I just cannot just put his statement up like that. Um, okay, that's your opinion. You say I'm closed minded. Hey, that's cool. I'm only going to speak what I feel that is truth from what I have researched. So I'm not going to throw out conspiracy theory or anything like that. Um, okay, Eva Donkey. I asked you the question a while ago. When you look at Vice President elect Kamala Harris, what is the first thing you see? Let me help you out. First thing you're going to see, regardless of her race or what she mixed with, not mixed with, the first thing you're going to see is the color of her skin. And that's the problem that we have in America, because so many folks judge people just by the color of their skin instead of trying to get to know that person and see exactly who they are. They judge people by the color of their skin. And that's a problem. That's the problem we have in America. People can give a damn about her being mixed or anything. Only thing they can look at is the color of her skin. That's it. That's all that's important to them. Is the color of her skin. They don't care about nothing else. And at some point, you have to realize that's what America have always done. That's the reason why slavery was the way it was, because they looked at the color of black people's skin. And they felt like because they was black, oh, they less than them. So yeah, that's the way American is. Now, is that what Trump was saying about make American great again? Because that's what they was doing. So either way, it's not right. The first thing they're gonna look at is the color of her skin. Matter of fact, the school superintendent in California, the one that resigned because of the racist comment his wife made about Kamala Harris, the purpose of she made a comment about the color of her skin and talking about the only thing you got to do is be black with a pussy and they would vote for you. No, it's more than that. So that's the first thing people are going to look at is the fact that the color of her skin. They don't care about nothing else. Only thing they see is a black woman. That's it. They're not going to come out and say, "Excuse me, what race are you?" They don't give a damn. So yeah, um, yes, you are right on that risky um, switch. I think I agree with you. Uh, yeah, we all should treat everybody equally, because so many times what happened is when it come down to the color of our skin, that's all people see. That's all they see. They don't care about nothing else. Oh, if you black, you're a thug, you're a steal, you're a rapist, you're a murderer. That's all they look at. Then on top of that, kind of like Trump, when he lied about Mexico, oh, we need to build a wall. They're rapists, they murderers, they're they thieves, whatever he was saying, that was all racist. Because it's all those categories he said, it's some of that on in every race. In every race. So yeah. Um, so it's definitely we need to treat everybody equally and try to uplift everyone. Um, Radio said Trump did help out one small business. The Four Season Landscaping Company is making some extra money off of "Make American Rake Again" sticker from that joke of a press conference held there. Yeah. You, okay. Like I said, that's cool. That's your opinion. I know it. I've seen enough of Trump at this point. It wouldn't surprise me with what he said. He believed it, even when he was asked about it. He said he didn't see nothing wrong. So that's his choice. But once again, in my eyes, that's a racist. Yeah, when you are a leader, elected official, you need to be for everybody, and Trump is not. Uh, okay, that's your opinion. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, they were, but that's your opinion about the slave trader. The stimulus package only helped the rich and corporation. Exactly. Exactly. Squid Games, welcome to the show. Listening on Twitch, welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Bank said he is a fear monger. Yeah, yeah, he is. It's definitely um, that's a case within itself because with him, we don't know what to believe, what not to believe, but I've seen enough from him. Trump don't care about none of us. He don't. Even the ones that is supporting him, he don't care about you. If you wasn't supporting him, he would talk bad about you too. If you wasn't out there for the rallies, he would talk bad about you and say you're not American because you don't support him. So yeah, I don't agree with nothing Trump say or do. Well, I take that back. I take that back. And it hurt me to say it, but he did one thing right because I did talk with someone a couple of months ago that said when he lowered the price for certain medication, diabetes medication, um, because the person actually said they was um, having to make a choice to either get their medication or pay their bills. And because he lowered that price, it made it easy on them, especially in a pandemic, because they wasn't working as many hours as they was working before. And now they currently have lost their job. But here it is, the folks of our Senate and Congress want to hold up this stimulus package that's going to help American people. That should not be an issue. I feel like with all the bailout money that they've given a lot of these corporations could have been saved. One particular corporation, I forgot the name of it, but it's a private airline company. They got the biggest stimulus package out of everybody. So it's definitely um, something that never should have happened. And kind of find out the guy is also a supporter of Trump. So that don't add up no way. Then also how Trump tried to have beat the system a lot by getting his friends out of prison, the ones that should have been going to jail. He get them out. How many people is he gonna get out? And I just feel like he's wrong. Um, but that's your opinion, Evil. But like I tell you all the time, Evil, uh, you have choices. You definitely have choices. But for some reason, you come back. You've been coming back for the last 2 months straight. You come back, and it's okay. I understand. I truly understand. It must be something that I'm saying or doing that's keeping you coming back. And I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. I have no problem with you coming here. I have no problem with you having your opinion, but I would not do conspiracy theory. So that's your choice um me talking a lot but not saying much. But you still here. I appreciate you. Tell some more of your friends about it. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you always tuning in. And um, some nights we can have a good conversation. Then other nights it's like, hey, I don't know. And to be honest with you, I thought when was it, last Wednesday night? I thought you got a little soft with me when you started talking about your trucks and telling me to pull them up and all of that. I said, boy, Risky, he getting kind of soft on me. Uh, so I thought we was doing real good. Not Risky, I said Risky. I meant Eva Donkey. But yeah, it's all right. I know we have good nights, we have bad nights, but once again, you still here. And I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Bank said, the white bank said he cares about the wealthy. Exactly. Okay, you say so. Uh, all right, Risky, appreciate it. Uh, I seen your post earlier, so appreciate you for tuning in. Um, uh, well, I'm okay. That that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But hey, I really appreciate you for tuning in and always chiming in and having a good time. Like said earlier, you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Everybody is welcome here, regardless of who you support. Um, Politician wise or anything like that, you are welcome here. You could be a Trump supporter, independent, Democrat. It doesn't make a difference because at the end of the day, we all are a child of God, regardless if we accept him or not. But at the same time, you are welcome. You have your opinion. As long as it's truthful, something we can verify, we would definitely verify it and go from there. But we would not put out conspiracy theories or anything like that. Radio says some of the legal cases filed by Trump campaign were rejected because they were missing some documentation. A fireable mistake at uh, competing law firms who are his lawyers. Exactly. Matter of fact, I seen a story earlier where he filed uh, a case and they threw it out and they was like, no, um, it's Trump have burnt a lot of bridges. A lot of people got on the Trump train just because he was a reality star, because he was used to telling people you fired. He talked about cleaning the swamp once he got in Washington, and the only ones he ever got rid of. There's something else you need to pay attention to. The only people he ever got rid of in Washington were the ones that did not agree with him. That was part of his own camp. So I guess that's what he's called cleaning the swamp. But I can tell you from what I'm seeing and the action that is about to take place, like Eva said, what's about to come, what's on the horizon, what's coming here pretty soon, come January 20th. Yeah, it's gonna be a real swamp cleaning going on. That's just like I reported last week that a lot of people that is working in Trump campaign at the White House in his camp, um, they looking for jobs because they know probably when the new team come in, they won't have a job because of the way that Trump have done. But what did Trump do? Trump said if anybody is looking for a job, fire them. Now they know their job is getting ready to end January 20th, but he's still saying if they looking for a job, fire them. So I'm like, yeah. So that's the way I feel about it. You need to stop. I just read through the entire Charlottesville speech. Okay, that's your choice, but that's not what he did at first. He probably did condemn them after the fact. A matter of fact, he didn't do it right away. I think it was like a week and a half later when he did it. But when he was asked about it, he said it was good and evil on both sides. It was good. No, he said it was good people on both sides. He had a choice. He had a choice in the debate to condemn them. He chose not to. So, yeah, I don't believe it. Um, Banks said once he's no longer in office, watch how the Republicans turn their backs on him. Exactly. They are. They dare to get some type of benefit that he probably had promised them. And that's all it is. He's probably told them, oh, if you do this, you do that, I got your back. That's why he rushed and got the Supreme Court in place. Nominated the Supreme Court justice for the simple fact that he know he gonna have some stuff go to the Supreme Court, and he's trying to get ahead of it to stay probably for he won't go to go to prison. But at this point, Trump got to go. It's nothing that people can say or do. Uh, Trump has to go. I know. I was going to talk about several stories tonight. I'm not going to hit on them for the simple fact I do want to make people aware that with the coronavirus right now, you need to really take this serious. Um, take it very serious because there's the numbers are still going up. I know people that have actually had it and have survived, but it's not good. Like I said earlier, Dallas County reported 1,800 for today. 1,800 cases between Dallas and Tarrant County yesterday. They had almost 3,000 cases. So, and not only that, over they said a million kids have had this coronavirus, either have it or had it. Now we're just talking about the kids. Matter of fact, I was looking at IG Live earlier, and someone who I follow on there did a live that she got a call from the school telling her to come pick her child up because someone in his class tested positive. But people still think it's a game. You still don't want to wear your mask. That's your choice. But when you're on a ventilator, that's your problem. That's on you. You made those, not us. You made the choices. Um, and I'm trying to pull up um, the numbers for today. Um, so, but the numbers have really um, spiked over the last uh, I want to say 3 or 4 days. They continue to go up. Um, and also, why it's on my mind, uh, it's Thursday. Um, Friendship West is doing free COVID testing Thursday from 9 to 1 at the 2020 West Wheatland location. Get there early from 9 to 1, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So definitely go get tested. Matter of fact, whatever city you are in, pull up free COVID testing near you and go get tested because a lot of people is asymptomatic. they don't know they have it. And you could be walking around feeling fine. I seen said she didn't have no symptoms. Um, well, she wasn't on the news. She was a bus driver for DISD when they had the protest last week. She said she didn't have no symptom the whole time she was in the hospital. She said she didn't have no symptoms, but she tested positive, asymptomatic. So um, she had symptoms, but she didn't have no temperature. I want to make sure I'm saying it right because I'll be getting message from Eva later on. Um, she had symptoms, but she did not have a temperature. So that's that's a scary thing right now. Um, I don't see the numbers for today, but I know Texas have almost 100 and almost 1.10 million cases total in Texas. But I seen earlier, I got an alert on my phone that Dallas County had 1,800, and some counties stopped reporting because they don't want it to seem like um, they're actually that bad. Actually, look like Dallas County, 1858. Tarrant County is 1523 for today. And down in Houston is 1,057 cases. So, and of course, El Paso, um, they're very bad. Matter of fact, in El Paso, they actually have prisoners uh, working the makeshift morgues they have in El Paso, Texas. So that's how bad it is because the hospitals are full, they morgues are full, so they have they have trailers out there that they're putting bodies in El Paso, and they have the prisoners working that. So yeah, it's definitely a bad time for all of us. Unfortunately, I won't be able to grow one. But um, yeah, I have that. Uh, I have that syndrome that a certain part of my head, the hair won't grow. So I call that the George Jefferson. But uh, I appreciate the offer. Um, I could do it on the side, but not on the front. And I've already told you, and it won't grow that much. So it's not going to grow too much. But I appreciate the offer. But hey, um, please, if you're following me on Facebook, YouTube, I mean on Facebook, Instagram, exactly. Okay, I missed a couple of, and then TV and okay, yeah, that's that's cool. Um, but if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, definitely check out the store. We have some merchandise on there. Definitely check them out. Order you some official merchandise that is really nice. Um, I could do that, but eh, I'm not yeah. Well, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Um, but definitely go to Facebook or YouTube, order the official merchandise for Speak On It with Who You With Kurt. Though we have some other merchandise on there also that you may be interested in, so you could definitely check them out. Um, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. All your comments, Charles, the White Banks, Eva Donkey Radio. Um, what's up? Recession proof. Um, and Risky, and everyone else. If I did not mention your name, T Cal, Swig Games. If I did not mention your name, it's nothing personal. Um, so I um, really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., we're gonna cover the stories we didn't get a chance to talk about tonight. So I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, I love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.